This is called Vancouver Island Elegy. First Nations issues, everybody's familiar with them. They're in the news all the time, and a sad story. The top is a fallen totem pole at an abandoned village called Village Island, up not far from Robson Bight that I visited. We're not allowed to go ashore there anymore. It's got ruined houses kind of falling apart, but they have totem poles that just fall down. This incidentally is what the First Nations folks think is the proper destiny of totem poles. They're against them being collected and going to the Anthropological Museum and being preserved for people to visit. They say they should go back to nature. They came from nature, they should just go back to nature, and we make new ones. The center panel is, I was on Mears Island off Tofino, and again, we were trying to protect a beautiful forest, potentially to be logged, and there was a chief and elders there of the tribe that used to own that. And this is a portrait of the elder, and he was listening to the chief. The chief was saying, when I was a boy, we used to go to, my grandfather took me to fishing grounds. There's 8 or 10 different fishing grounds within reach of this area here, and their names were 1,000 years old. I could still name those fishing grounds, but nobody goes there anymore because there's no fish. Then somebody asked the chief, so what do you feel about loss of power? Oh, you chiefs used to be all the power up and down the West Coast. Now what you say doesn't mean anything. He said, yes, you're absolutely right. And to our surprise, he said, you know, the reason we've lost power, you know, the big reason is television. He didn't blame the white man or rant against the white man. He says television. He said all the time we've kept our power through our legends and our stories and passing down the ways of life of our ancestors from one generation to the next. And all of a sudden that chain's been broken. And so you may not have noticed, I got a TV antenna in the painting. And this elder has got his back to the TV antenna, giving a kind of a stern, grumpy look, turning his back on the TV antenna. And then the other is a big logging truck on one of those logging roads, all on what was supposedly native land, roaring, which is not, the natives aren't allowed to go on, and but they've got a tree farm license there. And it's full of nice big logs, and a little bit a point to my painting. It's rushing past forest and turning it into white, into, you know, disappearing, whatever.